Hey everybody, welcome to EduMatch. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we have a special episode about free virtual PD. I am so hyped for this. I cannot wait. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. So this is our free virtual PD tweet and talk on EduMatch. And speaking of EduMatch, did you know that you could be the featured person of the day? Just go to our website, edumatch.org, click that sign up button on the top right hand side. It's going to be a long wait. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be very, very long. But in the meantime, you'll get tagged with people who match your interest. In addition, you will be featured on our awesome table of EduMatchers. So great stuff, great stuff. So I see that we have quite a few viewers already chiming in. So hello, and welcome. So you can interact with us on Twitter using the hashtag EduMatch or on the YouTube live chat. So just wanted to welcome everybody. So we're just going to start off with some introductions. So we're going to kick things off with our panelists going from this way to that way. I can't say left to right because it's backwards for me, so I get all messed up. But let's start things off with Makisha. If you could just please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Makisha here from Atlanta, Georgia. I am a K-5 instructional technology specialist, and I'm excited to be with you guys tonight. Yay.
And we are excited to have you. This is your first tweet and talk, so oh my gosh, super excited to have you here. So yes, long time EduMatcher though. Great. All right, so next up we have Katie.
Hi guys, I'm Katie McNamara. I'm a high school teacher librarian out in Central California, and I teach Adjunct for Fresno Pacific University.
Sweet. Awesome, Katie. And thank you so much for joining us. And congratulations on the innovator yet again. So yes.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. We're so happy for you. All right. And next up, we have Jory.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jory Krolder, and I teach English up in Paradise, California, and I write for edutopia.com and aplithelp.com. And I'm so happy to be here tonight.
Well, we are super happy to have you. So thank you so much for being on panel with us. And you jumped in right away when I put that in the EdCamp voice. So that was awesome. So it's great to see you, and welcome to Tweet and Talk.
Thanks for.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Next up, we have Desiree.
Hello. I'm the founder CEO of Educator Alexander Consulting and the Regional Director of North Louisiana for APAL in Shreveport, Louisiana. And I forgot my name. I am Desiree Alexander.
Hey, Desiree, it's so great to have you here. And, you know, we won't forget your name because you are a frequent collaborator and contributor to EduMatch. So glad to have you back on panel. All right, next up we have Derek.
Hey everybody, Derek Larson. I'm currently the EdTech Director down at Southwest Educational Development Center in Southern Utah, Regional Service Center. Now I'm a little bit flustered only because my job is changing. After 2 years of being there, next year I'm going to be a librarian and digital learning coach for an intermediate school in Washington County School District, which the intermediate school is just a 6th and 7th graders only. And so it'll be a totally different experience. I have a K-5 background in teaching. So I left that and I'm going to come back, but with a little older kids. So it should be fun.
That is awesome, Derek. And congratulations to you on the new position. We are super excited for you. All right. So we're going to skip Cassie for just one moment, and we're going to go next to Amy.
Hi, my name is Amy Storer, and I am in Montgomery, Texas. I'm an instructional coach at a K-5 campus in Montgomery ISD, and I'm also a technology integration mentor.
That is awesome, Amy. Thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to see you here on panel with us. All right, and last and certainly not least, we are going to our moderator, Cassie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cassie Reeder, and I am an independent education consultant, and I am one of the co-founders of EdChange Global, and I'm really excited and a little nervous, weirdly enough, to be here. This is my first time doing this, but I'm really excited to start chatting with you guys. So, yeah.
Awesome. We are super excited to have you with us, and no need to be nervous. You're going to rock it as you always do. So absolutely. So if you want to go ahead and kick things off with the first question, I'm just going to throw it over to you, and I'll be back at the end to close it out.
Okay, so our first question, actually, just a little tip here. We're talking about virtual PD, and EdChange Global, we'll talk about it throughout the event, or throughout this, I'm sure. But EdChange Global is kind of the reason why we're taking over the Tweet and Talk tonight. So it's a virtual PD opportunity in July, and it's free for anybody to join in. And again, we'll probably talk about it before the end of this, but you guys should check us out. So virtual PD is our topic. And the question number 1 is, why is free virtual PD so important for teachers to take charge of their own professional learning?
I'll jump in. So I think that, I mean, just like our kids, right? Everyone is in different places in their learning journey. So to be able to have this different array of all of this professional development that we have online is amazing, because teachers have different interests. And like I said, we're in different places. So we can now go on our own time, you know, PD in your PJs, right? And do this amazing professional development. And we can target it to our own interests, and we can target it to our students, because again, our students are in different places. So we're in different places. So we can't expect that the traditional sit and get PD is going to fulfill all of our needs. So I think this amazing PD that we have now, I mean, online virtual PD is just changing the game for us.
I completely agree. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go right ahead, Amy.
Time is precious to educators, so virtual PD is perfect. It's job embedded, it's personalized. You can do it from the safety and security of your home. So yeah, I think it's, especially when it's free, it's even better for teachers. But I think it's a comfort for teachers to get to choose what they want to do. It's like she was saying, it's voice and choice for teachers is just as important as voice and choice for students.
Can I jump in? I just want to say, Keisha and Amy, I totally agree with you. And I think one of the most powerful parts of virtual PD is the connections it makes between teachers. Because we all know that the most powerful PD we've had is usually when you get to talk to other teachers. The sit and get, there's probably something to it, and you can get something out of it, but we need to, talking to other teachers is the best way to learn and grow as a teacher.
And
So,
I was just
go ahead, Desiree.
Jumping finally. The best, I think gone are the days when teachers sit and wait for someone to bring them professional development. You know, I think those days are over, and I think that teachers are starting to realize that if I sit and I wait for my principal, my district to hand me professional development opportunities, I may not get those opportunities in a whole school year. So having these virtual professional developments that teachers can actually look up and know about and do themselves is really less scary than registering for a conference, and now I have to travel and, you know, all this stuff. It's a lot less scary and a lot easier for teachers to get on board with, especially teachers who are right at the beginning of getting their own professional development, you know, mojo going. It can be life-changing.
So I'm going to take a different approach to this. You know, I've worked for the last 2 years with a regional service center, and one of the things I've noticed is I work with a lot of school districts who I don't think districts are trying to make awful PD. I think they're looking at it and they're saying, you know, we have all of these people, we have to do X, Y, and Z trainings. There's no way around it. Are required by law to do these things. And I don't think districts feel like that they are able to hit everything teachers need. And so I think it's important that teachers do realize, you know what, you can go above and beyond and you can find things you really want to do. And it's not trying to badmouth districts or anything like that. It's that they have different approaches. Districts are covering PD because they have to, because required by law, those kinds of things. Teachers should be finding a way to take control of their own learning for what they need, because I'm very different than everybody else on the panel here. We're all amazing people, but I have different needs than you may have. And so it doesn't make sense for the district to come in and say, or Sarah to come in and say, okay, guys, tonight you 8, we're all going to have this one set thing. You have to do it no matter what, even in your own time. It's better to say, you know what, I'm going to go grab my own piece. You grab your own piece. We're all going to come back and have success in our own approaches. And so I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing for districts, but I think it's good for teachers to own their learning and say, I need this for me. I recognize I'm not getting it, so let me go get it where I can get it.
And free also means yes. that's a big thing for me and so many of my friends that have like asked to go to conferences, and sometimes it's no, or it's yes if you pay for this bit, and there isn't any money left over for some of those teachers to send themselves out. So free is just like that super great win for everyone.
Okay, I'll go ahead and ask question 2. So I like this one, kind of mixes it up a little. So it is, what is the benefit for companies to offer me more free PD, virtual PD for educators?
I'm gonna hop in. I think it's good for companies to do that because they're promoting themselves while they're offering PD. You know, they're promoting their company, they're promoting their product while they are offering the learning opportunity for the teachers, and they can get buy-in. Like if I'm Google, I can offer a PD on classroom management, but I'm still promoting Google, you know, and I'm still making those connections, and I'm still getting you to know who I am and to know who my company is. So I think it's a big, really good benefit for companies, and I hope more companies jump on the bandwagon.
Teachers love to feel valued, and it doesn't take much. So if a company does something free for me and they're kind about it, I'm going to be now more interested in them than I was before, because yeah, you showed that you have like a soul and you kind of care about educators. So you just got a little bit higher in my opinion of you.
So I think companies, they're trying to make a buck as well. They're trying to make sure they're taking care of, you know, there's a company I love to work with called Kite Learning, and they're one that they are a paid service. I get that, but they do offer free aspects, free courses within their service. And I love that because it allows you as an educator to say, I'm going to try this risk free. It's not going to cost me a penny. And if I don't like what I'm getting, I don't have to worry about it. I can leave. I can go away. Or I might come in and say, you know what? Those are some excellent courses. I think this is something I want to put my money where my mouth is, and I want to actually do a little bit more. And so I think for companies, like was said earlier by Desiree, you know, it only helps the companies to realize, let me share what we're doing, and let me give you an option to kind of jump in and try some of this, because it's going to help promote them, but also help teachers. Like was also said by Katie, we don't need a lot to feel appreciated, but we sure do like to feel appreciated, and having a little bit of free here and there, a little bit of care, that's always nice. So I think it's good for companies to recognize that and say, you know what, here's some free trials, here's some free this, try this out. But I don't think it's so bad for companies to say, but at some point we're going to ask you to pay something, because if we don't pay for it, they're going to disappear. We're going to lose the service, the tool, whatever it is. They've got to find a way to make some money, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
I'll jump in here. Just thinking about the position I'm in, where part of my job responsibility is to work with students, but to also train teachers. And there's so many new products coming out that I would be spending all of my time learning the products as opposed to working with the students and working with the teachers in the classroom. So on-demand PD that companies offer is priceless. And I tell you, if a company is, you know, obviously money is going to be, you know, their number one motivator. That's what they want. So when they give us things like this on-demand PD, that ensures that our teachers know how to use this product and integrate it into their classroom, because we at the school don't have time to learn all of the features. So the more they can provide to us free and on demand is amazing. And the more they can get other educators to buy into it and then talk about how these other educators are integrating it into their classroom, that's even more priceless. So it's not just training me on how to use the product, it's training me on how to integrate this product into the classroom with students. That's the type of professional development that I'm looking for from companies that we're paying this money to.
And I just want to say one thing about, I know we're talking specifically about companies, but how awesome is it when educators come together to provide this PD too? So I just want to kind of give a shout out to Change Global, because that's actually educators, you know, doing it for themselves if we want to start singing. Okay, so it's educators, you know, getting together and actually providing this PD for other educators. And how awesome is that? So I just have to put in those 2 cents.
Yeah, Desiree, I want to speak to something Keisha had said too, and that you kind of continued, is that the companies that are doing the connecting different educators and able to have them show each other how they're using their product with their students, those are the ones that grab my attention. And I think they're doing a service to educators at the same time. They're, getting their customer base larger.
So you guys kind of took the third question and tied it into that. So yeah, we'll keep on going to the next question. So why is it important for free virtual PD to also include a way for educators? So kind of bringing back that idea that you guys were just mentioning as well, but a way for educators to collaborate and build their PLN.
I kind of want to compare virtual PD to, it's the ice cream, but the cherry on top of that ice cream are the connections and the collaboration. EdChange Global made such an impact on my life. Gosh, was this our third year? Cassie, is that right? It was my first year that I met so many people that have helped me grow as an educator. And some of these people I've never even met in 3D. It's people that I just know from Twitter or Voxer, but their impact has left an imprint on me, and it's made me a better educator. So the collaboration and connections, that's such an important piece of virtual PD, is to have that that meetup or that connection afterwards to talk and share and grow as an educator.
Can I just jump in? So I actually have to agree with Amy because that's exactly the experience that I've had. Like everyone on this panel and everybody that's watching this and joining this, that I met everybody pretty much through the creation of EdChange Global and my participation in the first event that we had. I actually went to an ed camp, like a face-to-face ed camp, and then EdChange Global kind of developed out of that. And at that time, I didn't even have a Twitter account, so there was no connection to anybody at all. And then through Twitter, and like I said, through our first event 3 years ago now, that's how I created all of these connections. And without getting emotional over here, it's been life-changing. Like it's brought me so far in my personal career, but also like just professional career, but also personally, like just the connections that I have with people now, and the support and everything. I mean, if I have a question, I can go to Voxer, I can go to Twitter, I can go to Facebook. There's so many ways that it's just changed my life in the positive way. So it gets me excited. Just
Cassie, I totally know what you're talking about because I had to find a community with AP Lit, because usually you teach that by yourself at a school. And so I found a community on Twitter, and then we became Voxer friends. And there's so much out there for teachers to create virtual PLNs. It's changed my career and probably my life, since for teachers, our careers are often our lives. So yeah.
I notice virtual PD from educators makes me like up my game. It's not some stranger that I'll never see again. It's someone who is totally given of themselves, their time, and decided that I'm important, whether or not they know me yet. And I want to impress that person too, and like try to get to not a level playing field, but get to a point where they want to continue a conversation with me. If I have a question, they're going to want to help me out. And everyone always has. And it probably wouldn't matter if I was awesome or not. The people that offer free PD are totally amazing.
So I've been involved in a couple of these different communities, and I've got to say I'm gonna echo what's being said here. Honestly, education is such a strange beast. It's one of the only professions in the world where you go through your school, go through your training, and then you're basically thrown off and said, okay, fine, do your thing, goodbye, close your door, and you can literally close the door and never see another soul for an entire day. And it's not seen as strange. That's seen as normal. And initially, this whole reaching out and working together was like, you guys are a bunch of oddballs. What the heck's wrong with you? Well, now I think even the general population of educators are finally realizing, there is power in numbers. You don't have to be the only person, even if you are the only librarian in your building. If you're the only AP Lit teacher in your building, there are people around within your own district within neighboring buildings. Forget that, heck, even around the state, around the country, around the world, that as educators, we need to quit trying to fight against each other. And the more we can realize that it's not a competition where if I win, you lose, it's not a zero sum. I can win, you can win, everyone can win, because when teachers are winning, who's actually winning? Our students. And the more students are winning, the better we're actually going to be, not just here, but also in general. I know that sounds very, like new agey kind of hope this and that, feel good, all that, whatnot. But honestly, I think that's why we're here in education. We came to this profession, not because of the paycheck, not because the work hours are pretty sweet. Let's be honest. Those are awesome perks. But we're here because we want to make a difference. We want to help people. We want to help students. We want to help adults. We want to make a difference in the world. And hokey as that may sound, I think that's why we're here. And by using these different tools to engage a professional learning network, that professional network can become very personal. And then as our good friend Sarah here kind of termed that learning family, I know she didn't want that to go out. That professional learning family, that PLF, is huge. And I think any one of us can really say those people who are right there, that's what we really kind of get to see. And that's the important piece, is those we work with all the time, they really become family. I'm done.
Okay, so Sarah, do we do our little challenge now, or what? I can't hear you, sorry.
I'm sorry about that. Okay, so apparently my microphone was like not muted when I thought it was muted, and now it is unmuted. But anyway, now I'm sorry. I was saying, yeah. If you could go ahead and share the spicy challenge, that would be awesome.
Okay. So our spicy challenge is for everyone to find 2 virtual professional development opportunities, like conferences, webinars, classes, etc., that are happening this summer, June, July, and August. And then once you find those opportunities, to write a paragraph. So you have to work. Write a paragraph about the benefit of attending both of them, and then share them out with everybody. Tell about your experience and your opportunities that you have had over the summer. So that's your challenge. Shouldn't be that hard, though.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Cassie. And thank you so much to everyone participating today. Like all of our panelists, you all brought that knowledge, loved it, learned so much from listening to you, as well as looking at the YouTube live chat. Wow. And the Twitter chat. Just so much great insight from everyone being shared. So really appreciate everyone. And also wanted to remind you all, as Cassie told you about our spicy challenge, we also have our I'm sorry, my mic is sounding a little crazy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna edit all this out. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. This should be a little better. Okay, everybody. So as Cassie was just telling you about the spicy challenge, wanted to remind everybody that we also have our mild challenge, where you share out 3 tweets from tonight's episode, and a medium challenge if you record a Flipgrid episode. So just go to our website, badgelist.com/edumatch, and you will be able to see all of the challenges for the week. And so just in case y'all couldn't hear me beforehand, just wanted to thank everyone for all of your amazing insights. So thank you to all of our panelists. You shared some amazing information, as well as everyone on the YouTube live chat and the Twitter chat. And thank you, big shout out to Cassie for moderating and doing such a fantastic job. And everybody who's on panel would love to see you back. So definitely I will share a link with you before we leave. But to everybody watching, hope you have a great night, and come back and join us at 7 o'clock when we're going to have one more episode with Jason Wade and Chris Irwin on Value Added Conversation, same bat channel. All right, everybody. See you.
Sarah, before we end, can Cassie tell us when EdChange Global is?
Yes,
and how to find about it?
Please do that. Please do that. My fault. Go
Yeah.
Cassie.
Okay, yeah. So you can find us on Twitter at EdChange Global. And then our website is edchangeglobal.com. And you can also find, if you do hashtag ECGlobal, that is our hashtag. And we are July 20th through the 21st. So we're 24 hours. We're a global event, so anybody around the world can join us. We will be starting at 12 p.m. Central Time on the 20th of July, and we're looking for people to be collaborators as well as game changers and like host sessions and things like that. So check us out. And you can also find me on Twitter at reader_Cassie. If you have any questions, myself, Desiree, Amy, Katie, we're all on the organizing team, and we are more than happy to help you in any way. So thank you again, Sarah, for giving us this opportunity to talk about virtual PD and talk about our event a little bit. And we hope to see you all there as well.
Thank you so much, Cassie. And thank you once again to everyone. And hope that everyone has a great evening, unless you're joining us in half an hour, and hope you have a great 30 minutes. All right. Everyone take care. All right.